Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister representing the Prime Minister, Senator Birmingham. Can the Minister please update the Senate on how the Liberal and Nationals government's national plan is securing our economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic and will deliver more economic opportunities for Australian families and businesses?
Minister representing the Prime Minister, Senator Birmingham.
Well, thanks, Mr President. I thank Senator McLaughlin very much for his question, and I know his interest in seeing Australian business, Australian families continue to be able to enjoy the benefits of the dividend of Australia's management of COVID-19. Management that has saved more than 30,000 lives across our country, management that has saved many thousands of businesses and many hundreds of thousands of jobs across our country. And pleasingly, the national plan that the Prime Minister took to National Cabinet, underpinned by scientific modelling, is charting the pathway that is enabling each of the states and territories to open up, to take the progress forward that gives businesses the confidence to plan and to invest. And we're seeing that across the country, Mr President. New unpublished payroll jobs data shows that in New South Wales, new hires have increased by some 25% in the fortnight to the 24th of October. This data also shows that in Victoria, new hires are up by 15%, and here in the ACT, they're up by 22%. It shows very clearly, Mr President, that businesses are getting back on with the business of creating jobs and creating prosperity across our country. Indeed, payroll data shows that small businesses across Australia have created more than 300,000 jobs for Australians in the period April 2020 to September 2021, while medium-sized businesses created another 300,000 jobs. That's 600,000 additional jobs right across our country. For small businesses alone, it's showing around 18,000 jobs per month, or around 4,500 jobs per week being created. And job ads showing at a 30% higher level than they were at the start of the pandemic. In fact, job ads in Australia, Mr President, at a 12-year high, underpinned by high levels of business confidence, high levels of consumer confidence, all of it thanks to the fact that we are well on that path to reopening.
Your time has expired. Senator McLaughlin, a supplementary question.
What are the next steps in the government's plan to reopen our international borders, and why is it critical to supporting jobs and economic growth?
Minister.
Thanks, Mr President. Well, as the Prime Minister said today, we're making significant progress on the delivery of the national reopening plan, underpinned by that safe, sound scientific advice that the Prime Minister has relied upon and has taken through National Cabinet. It's another win for Australians that we're seeing today, with the nation in excess of 85% double-dose vaccination around the country, that we can move to enable from the 1st of December this year fully vaccinated eligible visa holders to be able to come to Australia without needing to apply for a travel exemption. This includes skilled and student cohorts, as well as humanitarian, working holiday maker and provisional visa holders. The closure of Australia's borders was one of the most important decisions taken to keep our nation safe, but this reopening, including reopening to fully vaccinated citizens from Japan and the Republic of Korea, shows that we are now back on the path to welcoming visitors back to our country and making steady progress on the implementation of that national plan.
Your time has expired. Senator McLaughlin, a second supplementary question.
How has the government's plan for lower taxes supported Australian jobs and businesses throughout the pandemic, and why is it important to continue this approach to ensure confidence through the COVID recovery?
Minister.
Thanks, Mr President. Well, Mr President, indeed, government's economic policies have provided not only a safety valve but an underpinning to the economy and to Australian businesses and Australian jobs throughout the pandemic, but crucially they have also provided the platform for this strong recovery and rebound. In the September quarter just gone, $10.2 billion flowed into the pockets of Australians in tax cuts that had been delivered by our government, representing the largest quarterly tax cut in over 2 decades. We expect a further $15 billion in tax cuts will flow this financial year, around $1.5 billion every month going to the pockets of Australian families and households to be able to support their investment, their plans, and through that our economic recovery. Small business benefiting from some $5 billion worth of lower taxes that we have delivered to them, All of that contrasted, though, if you saw the Shadow Treasurer yesterday, not able to give any commitments about
Minister,
taxes
your
under a
time
future Labor
has
government,
expired.
whereas the proof
Senator
from us...
Minister, please resume your seat. Senator O'Neill.
Thank